Hi guys! I'm going to be making a breastfeeding update because I know a lot of you guys are still breastfeeding, and a lot of you guys want to know how it's going, and like, maybe we have the same issues and stuff. But so Lilia is 9.5 months old, and I still breastfeed on demand. And I only breastfeed her. That's all she ever gets from me is breastfeeding. No bottles at all. And she gets bottles at Gabe's house. But I don't know how often she really gets them when she's over there. But when she's with me, she only breastfeeds. I still breastfeed on demand. Usually she'll wake up in the morning around 7:30, and I'll nurse her then, and then I'll give her some breakfast, and then right before she goes to sleep, or right before she takes her nap, I'll nurse her again. And my main issue with her is that she still nurses herself to sleep. And I know that's going to be a problem because I am planning on stopping breastfeeding around a year old. Well, it'll definitely be after a year old, but I don't know if I want to do it, how much longer I want to do it after a year. So yeah, her main issue is she still nurses herself to sleep, which is really, like, I don't know what to do about it. So I need help with that. If you guys have any suggestions about nursing herself to sleep, I know it's natural for her to do, but it's also, like, I don't want her to get stuck to that because, like I said, when I stop breastfeeding, I don't know if she's going to take the bottle as well, like she did the breast, you know. And I know she does take a bottle. She takes a bottle just fine. She always has. But we've never had a problem with bottles. But I'm just really, I don't know. I'm just scared. Sorry guys, my camera's about to die, so I had to plug it in. So I kind of had to move it a little bit. So sorry if the angle's different. So yeah, she still nurses herself to sleep. So I need help trying to break her of that habit. So usually, like I said, she'll wake up in the morning around 7:30 and she'll nurse. And then she'll nurse herself to take a nap around 11-ish. And then she'll take a nap around 10 or 11 she'll take her nap. And then she'll wake up around, like, 12, around noon or 1. Then when she wakes up from her nap, usually I'll nurse her again. And then she'll be good. Like, I'll feed her some snacks and stuff. And then maybe before she goes on her walk, I'll nurse her again. So that's usually around 6 o'clock. And then when she gets back, she'll play and eat dinner, food dinner. And then before she goes to sleep at night, she'll nurse again. So she nurses about 5 times a day still, which is good. It is what it is. So I still enjoy breastfeeding. I still like it a lot. And it is so funny. When she wants to nurse, she will grab me and go like that. Like, she'll grab my shirt and she'll pull herself into my chest. Like, it's so fun. And so she, like, that's her. And I've been trying to teach her milk, like the signs and stuff, but she doesn't really, like, her sign for milk is grabbing and putting her face in my boobs. And it's so adorable when she does that. Her latch is still good. It's always been good. She's always had a really great latch. And I nurse her every other time I switch sides. I never do the 15 minutes on one side, 15 minutes on the other side. I never have. Just because she's a really fast nurser. She will not nurse for longer than 3 minutes. Like, she can get a full meal in like 3 minutes. Like, she's just nurses really fast. I think I have a really fast letdown. So that's probably like contributes to that. But she never nurses more than, unless she's nursing herself to sleep. Then she'll nurse for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but she'll fall asleep after like 5 minutes, and I'll just let her suck sometimes just to make sure she's asleep before I put her in the crib, because if I don't, then she'll wake up and she'll scream. So yeah, I switch off every other feeding. I'll do one side and the next side, and I've never had a problem with that. Some people have a problem because they say that one side is bigger than the other, and I don't really think mine is. If it is, then you can't really tell, because I think my supply is starting to go down now that she eats a lot of solid foods. So it doesn't really, and it doesn't bother me, and that's just how, I mean, everyone does it differently, and that's just how I've always done it. I hardly ever pump anymore. I just don't need to, just because when I go to school, she usually doesn't have milk, just because the longest I'm at school at one time is 3 hours. And that's from 11 to 2, so she'll usually be at Gabe's house she'll be with Gabe's mom, and she'll feed her lunch, like food lunch, and then usually she'll take like a small nap or something over there. So I hardly ever pump anymore. I think the last time I pumped was maybe like the end of February, And pumping has just not, like, my boobs don't pump nearly as much as she needs in one feeding. Like, it never has. I think pumping like used to be better, but now, like, the last time I pumped both sides, and after I pumped both sides I got like 1.5 ounces when I knew that I was really full. So I hardly ever pump just because I don't need to. Like, she has enough milk saved up and stuff for if she ever needs milk. I never have a problem with Lilia biting because, one, she doesn't have any teeth, and two, I just think I don't really think she's figured out that would hurt yet. But she has bitten like twice, and her gums hurt. Baby's gums are really hard, but she'll like bite. But it's usually like because she's distracted. Like if she's just comfort nursing her, it's after she's done with her, like my letdown has already happened and she's like done with her meal, so it's when she's finishing up, she'll just sit there and she'll like bite really hard and like pull away. I'm like, God, my nipples are coming off. But that's usually not a problem. And I don't know if it will be a problem when her teeth come in. If her teeth ever come in, oh my gosh, she's 9.5 months and no teeth, which is good for breastfeeding, I guess. So, I mean, I can't complain. I've never had issues with a low supply or really an oversupply either. I've always made just enough for her, and she's never complained about it, and I've never complained about having too much. So I think I'm really lucky. I'm really blessed to have the right amount of milk that my baby needs without it being too much or too little. So I mean, breastfeeding has really just been an awesome experience for me. Like, I don't really have anything to complain about. So, I mean, I'm sorry if this is not very helpful, but if you guys have any questions, I can try to help you guys with problems that you might have. But like I said, I haven't really come across any problems with breastfeeding. So, I mean, knock on wood. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all that I have to update on with breastfeeding. Everything's going perfectly smooth. I breastfeed on demand, and I breastfeed for comfort, I breastfeed for nutrition, she breastfeeds for comfort, and she breastfeeds for nutrition, like when she's hungry and stuff, and I'm not complaining, so I'm ready to hit a year. I'll do it for a year at least. But yeah, we'll see how I feel about it after that. And I mean, like I said, I'm sorry I don't really have much to update on about that, but other than that, if you guys have any questions about anything, then feel free to leave a comment, and I will talk to you guys for my next update. Bye!